I sing just to know that I'm alive. Thank you very much. Love you. Smile. I'm staying alive. Well, the mountains, they don't. Yeah. We want you to say something called sukus. And it goes like this.
I think most of you were at the session with the president yesterday. So I know some of you shook his hand and did not wash your hands, if I believe them correctly. I just wanted to take the time to not only thank you all for the great participation. In fact, the conversations over the last day have been fantastic. But hopefully you'll participate in this panel also and give us some good feedback and certainly give us your comments and questions. It's great to see familiar faces and not familiar faces, so it's nice to see everybody here. My name is Sonal Shah. I am the Deputy Assistant to the President at the White House, and I run the Office of Social Innovation and Civic Participation. I believe many of you heard my boss, Melody Barnes, yesterday on the Access to Capital panel. And what I hope we can do is carry off where some of that got left off yesterday, unfortunately, but we can certainly carry on the importance of the discussion. I've been lucky enough, prior to coming to the White House, to have had multiple perspectives, both having worked in government and having worked in the private sector, and then coming back to government. So it's interesting perspectives to bring together, each of which has its strengths and weaknesses, but you learn a lot in the process of coming back into the government with the various perspectives has been extremely helpful. Plus, I started a nonprofit with my siblings 10 years ago. It brings us a little bit of various perspectives. But what I thought I'd talk about a little bit before starting with the panel is just quickly to outline that the administration, at least the U.S. administration, feels strongly that both business and social entrepreneurship are important parts for a vital society. And on the business side, certainly the president talked quite a bit about it yesterday, and Melody did too, but small businesses are, in the United States, 65% of employment in the U.S. And from a policy perspective, we have multiple agencies, whether it's the Small Business Administration, Department of Commerce, OPIC, EXIM, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, all working on small business. And internationally, many of you have worked with foundations, with USAID, with many private philanthropists in getting access to capital. But today, I think the most important thing that we should and need to talk about is the importance of social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurs have many of the same characteristics as business entrepreneurs. Someone who recognizes a problem, uses entrepreneurial principles to organize, create, and manage a venture to make social change. Where business measures it by profits, social entrepreneurs measure it by social impact and social outcomes. Thus, the aim is to further social and environmental goals. And, interestingly enough, and I think these trends are around the world, the number of people graduating from college looking for ways to make a difference is huge. And what you'll be hearing from our panel is a lot about what different groups are doing. And you'll hear about what they're doing to help graduate people from college, train people for college, creating new technologies, developing new water and sanitation systems, but finding innovative ways to solve problems. Not just seeing a problem and leaving it, but seeing a problem and saying, I can do something about it. So let me just give a quick factoid. In the U.S., the social entrepreneurs contribute $600 billion to the U.S. economy. So it's not that they're not an economic factor either, because sometimes we tend to talk about economic and then we talk about social. But the contribution of the social sector to the U.S. economy is $600 billion. Worldwide, it's got to be bigger. And it's 10% of the workforce in the U.S. and growing. And so it's an important aspect and something that I think we should keep in mind. We've got a very incredible panel here. I'm going to introduce the panel, and then they will talk a little bit about what they're doing, but also I'll start with some questions, and hopefully you all will be thinking of questions at the same time. Certainly this is a group that not only brings different views on social entrepreneurship, and it shows you a variety of what social entrepreneurship really, what it means. It's not one model fits all, but they're an incredibly accomplished group in themselves, and they bring some very interesting perspectives and different ways of looking at this. To my left is Dr. Iman Bibars. She is the Vice President Ashoka and the Arab World Director, managing and selecting and providing support to social entrepreneurs throughout the region. As an expert, she's got more than 25 years of experience in strategic planning, policy formulation, and community development, and has dedicated her life to marginalized and voiceless groups, and is herself a social entrepreneur, co-founding and currently chairing the Association for the Development and Enhancement of Women. She has a BA and MA in political science from American University and holds a PhD in development studies from the University of Sussex. To her left is Charlotte Hotchman. And Charlotte is a founder of a nonprofit and a social entrepreneurship incubator called La Ruche, which means beehive. And it's a center for social entrepreneurship in central Paris, aimed at providing an efficient and inspiring workplace for social entrepreneurs, as well as promoting social entrepreneurship throughout the society. And there are about 100 people, I believe, based at La Ruche, and working to address various complex issues from social justice and the environment, through the environment. She has studied philosophy at Oxford University and has worked in grassroots development projects throughout the world. To her left is Yuyun Ismawati. She's from Indonesia, first-class innovator and environmental engineer by training. Through her NGO, Bali Focus has developed a decentralized, community-based waste management system that brings privatization of public services to small-scale providers owned by the community, which is a very different model when we think about privatization. Working in Bali, she's gained cooperation of large businesses like hotels and restaurants, as well as sanitation workers and local governments and communities to support the environmentally responsible waste management system. And most recently, she won the prestigious Goldman Prize for her work, not Goldman Sachs Goldman Prize. To her left is Chris Hughes. He's the founder of a new venture called Jumo. And for those of you that haven't gone on and answered the many questions on the Jumo site, I would urge you to go on the site, www.jumo.com, I believe. And he spent his career developing technologies and making social communication and political organizing easier and more efficient. Many of you have heard about what he has started at the beginning, which is Facebook. And he also, as the president mentioned yesterday in his speech, was the developer for MyBarackObama.com, which was the online organizing part for the campaign. And he has now started this, I think worked at a venture capital for General Catalyst Partners before starting Jumo. And certainly hope he will certainly be talking a little bit about his new venture and how he's getting that started. And to his left is Aaron Williams. Aaron was sworn in as the 8th director of the Peace Corps last year in August. He himself was a Peace Corps volunteer from 1967 to 1970 in the Dominican Republic. Upon completing his service, he joined the Peace Corps and then worked in his hometown of Chicago. Has a distinguished career was a senior manager at the USAID. He was also an executive vice president for the International Youth Foundation. He's a member of the Council of Foreign Relations and a member of the USAID Advisory Committee on Foreign Aid, Voluntary Foreign Aid, and served on the Obama-Biden transition team. Aaron is, as you will hear, he's a graduate of Chicago State University with an MBA from the University of Wisconsin, but just a very thoughtful leader and someone that brings a huge amount of perspective in the development space, having worked in multiple sectors in the development space and bringing it to the U.S. government and how volunteers can help in addressing the development challenges.